Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be looking at a new knife that I was sent over for review purposes by a company called Steel Will. Now, this is my first experience with any one of their knives, but I actually saw quite a few videos on some of their knives prior to going to Blade Show. So I wanted to make sure that I checked out their booth while I was there. So I went by the booth and I was talking to them, kind of getting the gist of all their knives. And they were gracious enough to go ahead and send me one of them so I can go ahead and review it and give you guys my opinion on it. So this is the box that it comes with. This particular one is the Gekko model 1551. But this is actually the Mini Gekko. So it's a new version, a little bit smaller than their original version, which is great for EDC purposes. Now, as you guys know, the majority of my videos have an EDC connotation behind them. I like to carry my knives on a regular basis. I don't really get a chance to make it out to the outdoors and stuff like that. So I figured that the mini version would probably be better suited for my needs. So again, if you guys are interested, they do make a larger version, and there are quite a few other YouTubers that have done reviews on the larger version also. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. You can slide the sleeve off, and you have your cardboard box here. As you open it up, you have the knife itself in this bubble wrap sleeve, and then you also have a kind of like thank you note from Steel Will. Again, as you open it up, it just tells you congratulations on the purchase of your Steel Will knife. So that's really nice. We'll set that to the side, and we'll get the knife out of here. Now, this particular knife comes in 3 different handle materials. This one here is in the black G10, but it is also available in a brown micarta and a kind of red color micarta. So depending on what kind of finish you want, they do have different finishes available. I opted for the G10 when they asked me which one I wanted, and that's because I kind of like the look, the contrast between the black G10 and then the and kind of a polished steel on the rest of the hardware of the knife itself. Now you do have a lanyard hole in the very back right there, and then the back portion right here is a little bit kind of raised to a point there. Now one thing that I can tell you is that once you get this knife in hand, it is very, very comfortable. And that's one thing that I heard from a lot of other fellow YouTubers that were reviewing the bigger version, that, in hand, this is a really comfortable knife. And I can go ahead and attest to that as well. I think they did the fit and finish. They did a really good job at it, especially with this G10 all over the place. You see it kind of ramps up on the sides right here, and then you have flats on the top. And then the same thing on the opposite end. The back spacer is nice and rounded, as is the spine of the blade itself. Obviously, as you guys can see, centering is perfect on that. You have a lanyard hole in the back there, so if you want to throw a lanyard on there, you are able to do that. Then you do have your pocket clip right here, and that clip is reversible, so left or right hand carry, tip up only. So just keep that in mind. So there it is. You have dual thumb studs right there. They are kind of pyramid style thumb studs, very responsive, and it is buttery smooth right out of the box. It was also nice and sharp, which is really awesome. So virtually no break-in period for this knife. It opens very, very smoothly, as you guys saw there, effortlessly, and it's really, really comfortable. Nice positive lock on the lock itself. No blade play whatsoever, left, right, or up and down. You do have some nice jimping right here. Again, you do have that kind of rounded spine on the blade, and then the rounded back spacer. So the jimping does come in handy right there. And then you have a little bit of jimping right here on the lock back also. Again, this is a lock back knife. So as you press, it disengages the lock, and you can go ahead and close the blade. I'll go ahead and open it up again. So a couple specs on this. Blade material is going to be N690. Don't have a lot of experience with that blade, but I can tell you again, it was razor sharp, and after using it for a couple weeks, it's actually held up very, very nicely. I haven't had to resharpen the knife whatsoever, and I've been, EDCing it, for the most part for a couple weeks, so that's nice. Again, handle material is G10. The blade finish is satin, so you do have a nice little shine to that blade there, and I love the just the shape of the blade itself. It's very utilitarian, especially for EDC tasks. It pierces really well. It has a nice nice point, but it is reinforced, which it makes it very strong also, so you're not going to have to worry about breaking the point or anything like that. And then just the different grinds on the blade make it look really, really cool. You do have the markings on there, so steel will on one side, and then on the opposite side you have Gekko model 1551, made in Italy, and again N690 is the blade steel. Overall length on the knife itself is 7.87 inches. Blade length is 3.5 inches, so perfect length for EDC purposes. I could easily see this knife being great for medium to even some heavy tasks because of, again, the real positive lock back and the utilitarian blade shape there. Weight on it is 4.98 ounces. So again, it's a small knife, but it does have a little heft to it, which is really nice. I think it's a good weight. It actually allows you to to feel very sturdy in the hand. As you guys can see there, my hand wraps all the way around it very nicely. My thumb falls on that jimping portion on the ramp right there, very natural, and it's very comfortable in the hand. So again, I can attest to what the majority of the other YouTubers who have reviewed either this particular knife or its bigger brother were saying. It is very comfortable in hand. So again, this is my first experience with steel will, and I can tell you that after checking out some of their knives at Blade Show, checking out this one, carrying it as part of my EDC knife, I think they make a really awesome product. I think for the most part, all the other knives that I tested had a similar feel. Obviously depending on if it was a flex blade or a folder or anything like that, but they felt really sturdy in the hand. It was something that you can carry either as an EDC knife like this one, or if you have to use more for outdoor purposes or anything like that. So what I'm going to do is I'll leave a link to their website below if you guys want to go ahead and check this model out. Again, they do have a couple other options as far as the handle goes, if you prefer micarta versus the G10, or again, if you want to ramp up to its bigger brother, you can go ahead and do that, the Gekko, the full-size Gekko, as opposed to the Gekko Mini here. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.